Good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible. Satatso, I think we are good to
Yes, sir,
go.
you are audible.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So, good evening to all the participants present here. On behalf of Institution Innovation Council, R&D Cell, Shri Guru Tej Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandipur Sahib, Punjab, and Nucleus of Learning and Development, we welcome you to this 1 week long online faculty development program titled AI Tools for Research, Enhancing Academic Productivity and Innovation. Before going any further with the FTP, I request Dr. Satat Singh sir to please deliver us the welcome address and welcome and brief us on the FTP. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I audible to all?
Yes,
Just
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
very good evening to all. I, Dr. Sattar Singh, Assistant Professor at Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Shri Anandpur Sahib, Punjab. Welcome you all. Today, our college, Indian Knowledge System, known as IKSL, in collaboration with Nucleus of Learning and Development, is going to start online National Faculty Development Program on the topic AI Tool for Research, Enhancing Academic Productivity and Innovation. The resource person of this FDP is Dr. Puneet Pathak, Assistant Professor, School of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences, Oro University, Surat, Gujarat. Sir, I formally welcome you on behalf of my entire organizing team.
Thank you so much, sir.
Further, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Jasveer Singh, worthy principal of our college, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, for inspiring our entire team to organize this FDP. I also acknowledge Dr. Gurpreet Kaur, Assistant Professor in English in charge of IKSL of our college, as well as my other colleague, co-coordinator of the program, Dr. Gagandeep Kaur, assistant professor from chemistry department, uh, for providing me all the technical support to initialize this program. Dear participants, as we all know that we are witnessing this transition from traditional computing to modern AI powered computing. In the sense, we are very lucky to be a part of this FDP program. Puneet sir, we will learn definitely something new from this 6 days program. Now I hand over this virtual platform to Dr. Puneet sir to proceed further. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. So, good evening once again to all the participants who are present here. I, Dr. Puneet Pathak, would be the resource person facilitator for this FDP for the next 1 week, that is 6 days of the session. Before moving forward with the discussion for today, just one or two small updates. The link for the FDP will be same for all the days. Yeah, the link will not be changing. Secondly, I am told that we do not have any daily feedback forms for the FDP to be filled. A common feedback form would be shared on the last day of the FDP after the last session. And thirdly, the timing would also be the same, which is from 8 to 9 p.m. Now, before going ahead, I formally thank Satat sir and all the other organizers for giving us this platform for having a discussion on this, as very rightly mentioned by Sir, transition that we're witnessing to the AI-powered era. And let me share my screen and we can get started with the discussion for today. So I hope my screen would be visible to all. And the way that this FDP will go on all the days is that this is going to be a hands-on demo where for the first 5 days, I will be showing you all the tools that we are going to be looking at. Then on the 6th day, in the second half, we will be working with some problem statements to try and see how we can implement the tools that we have discussed. And the way that the session will go forward is like this. For the first 45 to 50 minutes, I will be doing a demo of the platforms that I want to show. I will also parallelly keep on sharing the links of the tools that I'm showing one by one in the chat box. So in case anybody wants to try it simultaneously, we can do that. Most importantly, any questions or any queries that we have, we'll be going step by step for any of the tools. Please note them down. We will be taking up all the questions together on the in the last 15 minutes of every day's discussion. So with that, let's begin. And one humble request from my end, as my screen would be shared, I would not be able to transition back to the chat box again and again or to the Google Meet. So requesting all to please keep the mic on mute. In case you have any query, please definitely feel free to unmute and ask me any question at any point of time. Okay, let's go ahead. So the way that this FDP has been designed is in terms of going stepwise in the various processes or various sub-steps that we have whenever we take up any research topic or any research project that we are working on. And in light of that, our first two tools for today are going to be useful for us to get a start in that right direction. And these are tools which will help us narrow down our broader area of topic into a smaller field of search or a smaller field of analysis. And also, we will be trying to look at and take some start in the direction of various platforms that are available for literature review as well. So let's get started. Our first platform is actually an add-on tool which will work in conjunction with a portal or a platform that we all are already well aware of, which I'm sure we all have used at multiple points of time, which is Google Scholar. So currently what we have on my screen is a conventional Google Scholar platform, wherein we have this normal search window that we normally get whenever we open Google Scholar. And as we normally would do, we simply go with a topic or a query that we are looking for. And once we do that, what we normally would get is a list of results like these, which can be articles, papers, in some cases, books also. Now, currently we can see that this particular section is not giving us any information regarding the quality or the overview of the paper that is available. So our first tool is going to be a step in that direction. We'll switch over to another tab. What we're going to be coming to is this platform right here. It's called as Google X Citation. Now, this is the home page of the platform, or this is the home page of the tool itself. And as we notice somewhere on the screen, we do not have any option to log in into the portal. So it works slightly differently. It basically works as an extension to our browser. I'm going to paste this link in the chat box for us to try it out. And when you open it, this is the home screen we get. Now, there are two ways to navigate to this platform. One is through Google, like I have done, and by clicking on this button right here, which is Add to Chrome. Now, what happens is when we do that, we get a result like this. Wherein we would be brought to this navigation tab, which would allow us to add it to our browser. And this is the exact process that we have to follow, where depending on whatever browser we have, that browser would be visible here. And this is a part of the Chrome Web Store. So as I said, there are multiple ways of navigating to this. One is through this website. Second is through a direct Google search by clicking on this option. It would bring us to this exact same page. And once we follow the process wherein it will ask me to add it to Brave or any other browser that we are using, we can click on Add Extension button. The process will remain the same irrespective of whichever browser we are using. And once we click on Add option, it will show us this pop-up saying that Excitation General Ranking in Google Scholar has been added to your browser. And once it has been done, it will be visible under the extensions window right here by clicking on Manage Extensions. And we can see that I can turn it on or off by this slider right here. Similar to that, it would be also available in this ribbon for this particular browser also. Just a quick recap of what I've done. I simply went to the Excitation website. I clicked on Add to Chrome. Whatever browser we were using, it will ask us to allow us to add that in the extension tab. Once we have done that, this particular option will be automatically active. If I want to turn it off, I can do so by clicking on the slider button right here. It is turned off now. And if I click it on, and then when we go to Google Scholar now, and if I do the same search again, we notice that a slight change is visible in terms of the output that we are getting on our screen. On the top, we see that the excitation ribbon has become active now, and it allows us to get a very important piece of information, two very important pieces of information by becoming active on top of Google Scholar. One can be seen on the right here, where we can see that a small document-like icon has become active. If I go on this, if I click on this, for whichever document link we are looking at, it will give us a brief overview of what that text is about. It works slightly better with research papers, and especially the ones which are available in the open access category, where in case it can pull a lot of information from there, it gives us a detailed overview. But in some cases like this one, where no preview is available, it will return a red query error like this, where it says no preview found. And if it is able to find a detailed preview, there we go. So we can see that this entire overview tells us as to what exactly this document, which are the areas that this document, trust areas that this document is trying to look at. And on the basis of that, we can make a slightly better informed decision as to whether going into detail of this particular text or article would be useful for my study or not. This is the first extra piece of information that Excitation gives to us. The second piece of information can be seen by looking at the left panel right here, just below every document. If I hover over this, we notice that it has started to give us the three important scores, whichever it is able to pull out of the state documents that it is able to look at. We can see that for some of us, it is not available for some of the documents on the first page, but first for three, it was available. For example, this one. Now, for this particular section, we get all the necessary information that we require. It gives us the SGR score of this particular document. It also provides us, on the basis of its ranking, whether according to its understanding, that is for the portal, the article is a part of which quartile of the journal category, that is from Q1 to Q4. It also gives us as to which category or which category of the journal does the article belong to out of the ABDC category as well. So that also helps us get some understanding in terms of whether the papers, the documents that I'm trying to look at would be useful for my study purposes or not. And in this manner, we can get this little bit of extra information simply by adding on this extension to the existing window. And we also get this third part right here, which also tells us the location. For most of the texts where it is not able to pull out any information, it will return this NA result. Now, Excitation also presents a lot of exciting possibilities in terms of how it is going to be useful more in the future, because over a period of time, they're planning to come up with these extra features of trying to flag journals which are predatory in nature, and also allowing us to sort of build our own database of the journal list by sitting on top of Google Scholar by exporting it to Excel also. So in its present form, these are the two functionalities that it gives to us and helps us get a necessary start in the correct direction of trying to gather or accumulate all the information that is available on the topic which I'm looking for. So from here, once we have an idea about what kind of areas or topics we want to look at, we navigate to our next platform. Are there any questions for Google Excitation before I go ahead? I hope it was clear about how to set it up and how to see it. If there are any questions at this point, I'll just wait for 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'll go ahead. I think I'm getting some messages in the chat box. Thank you.
Sir, can you please repeat once again?
How to set it up, that part, or
Like from Google, we can go to Google Scholar and then searching the things like the research and relevant applications. What if I'm having a topic on
correct?
which I want to search certain previous research journals and all.
So let's
Then
say I'll take another example. Ma'am, are you talking about how to set up the platform or how to use it? Which part should I show?
from starting, sir.
From starting? Okay, sure.
So
So
from both needed, sir. Thank you, sir.
no worries, no worries. It's fine. We'll look at both. Let's step back. We'll come back to the beginning part once again. So the first process in order to set this up is actually go to the platform itself, where we can click or search for this. I have provided the link also, or else we can do a simple Google search. Come to this part where we have the excitation website, from where we can click on this button. Now, as I said in the beginning,
Means any AI tool using, we have to go excitation site.
no, we can do a simple Google search. It will bring us to this platform. A simple
So
Google search will work.
then what is the point of typing excitations and all?
So the point is that, I mean, these are two ways to navigate to the platform. Google search I'm doing so that we can come to the platform itself. Usage of the platform we are coming to next. Here I'm showing how to set it up first. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let's take it step by step. So our first step is to install this in the browser. Unless it is set up in the browser, it will not work. Then we come to using it. This part is to see how to set it up, basically. So once we have navigated to the website, as I was saying, it will show us this button which says Add to Chrome. Now, this will work on all the browsers, even though it says Add to Chrome. It will work on Microsoft Edge. I'm using that currently. As I have another browser set up, I showed how to set it up on there as well, which was Brave. It works on all equally easily. What we do is we have to click on this button. Then it will give us this option of add to the browser. Currently, it is already set up. So let me show that as well once again. This is the button that we will get when we set it up for the first time. By clicking on add to, which it will automatically recognize which browser we have. If you are using Chrome, it will say add to Chrome. If you are using Edge, it will say add to Edge or add to Chrome. Here I'm on Brave, so it is saying add to Brave. Once I click on this, it will give me this pop-up where we have to click on add extension button. And once that has been done, it will take a few seconds and then I will get a message like this saying that it is now ready to be used. Here we have so far just set up the platform itself. Now we are coming to using it. Once this has been set up, what we simply do is we go to a Google Scholar homepage, and whichever topic or area we want to look for, like we normally do a search on Google Scholar, we do that. Let's say I'm taking this example now, business communication. Now, when we open Google Scholar, if excitation is not installed, if it is not there, this particular bar on the top will not show. And it will look like this. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. I think that will be better. Now, this is without excitation. This is a normal Google Scholar search page. We can clearly see that that tab is not coming here, right? The difference is once it is set up, it gives us these two functionalities which I showed just a few minutes ago. The first one is here on the right, this small document-like icon that we are seeing, which is not available here. That is a part of excitation. If I click here, on the basis of this document, it will give us a brief overview of what the actual paper or the document is about, or a book, if it's a book in that instance. And then by going through this, it helps us make a slightly better informed decision about whether I want to go ahead and look at this in detail or not. That's the first piece of extra information it gives. And the second piece of information is something which is coming up here on the left, which we cannot see again in this normal Google Scholar version that we have. Once excitation is set up, on the left here, we get this small set of 3 icons which show us scores for various databases. So we, for example, the first one that we get is a SJR score. I'm sure some of us are aware of SJR ranking system, which stands for Scimago Journal Country Rank, where we normally search for a journal and its score. So it is giving us that score right here. And based on that score, it also shows us that the journal, in all probability, belongs to which quartile. So let's say, for example, if I go to the homepage itself, and when we open it, I think the journal is called Language Teaching. So now if I search for the journal itself on the actual SJR website, this is the one, Cambridge University. And we notice that the score is exactly similar. It belongs to quartile 1. And this is the exact same score which it is giving us here. So that again helps us make a decision as to whether the journal in which the paper has been made available is of a better version or not. And I can get that information accordingly. And now this is not available in all of the instances, this SGR or ABDC score. For some instances, when it is not able to give us that information, it will give us this pop-up where it says not found in SGR or Scimago ranking. And hopefully over a period of time, they would be able to add those papers also. In this manner, we can get an overview of all the documents that it is able to pull information out from. In certain instances, like for example, in this book where it doesn't work, it will give us this red icon when we click on it, which says that the preview is not there. It is not able to pull out that preview from that particular section. So these are the first 2 functionalities of how excitation works. It's an add-on tool. It works on top of Google Scholar. Now, third important feature which excitation adds to the Google Scholar itself, if we see here on the left, we have a set of filters available by the means of which we can navigate the documents. Excitation adds one simple element to that by allowing us to filter the results both by citation score or the number of times it has been cited and SGR ranking also. That is something which is not available in this regular version that we normally look at. So these are the 3 things that currently excitation allows us to do. So that's excitation in a nutshell. I hope it is okay and we are good to go ahead now. Any questions?
So just repeat this. What is SJR?
SGR stands for this website, ma'am. It is a database of Scimago journal and country rank.
Okay.
By putting any journal name here, we can get some basic information about it, whether it is of which quartile, who is the publisher, what is its ranking. Just like we have Scopus, we have this also, right?
Got
This
it.
gives us
Thank
that, yeah, it gives us this information here.
you. Got
All
it.
right. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's move ahead now. From here, we are transitioning to our next platform for today. Now, the best part about this next platform is that it doesn't require any kind of sign up on our end. We don't have to log in. We don't have to sign up, anything like that. All we do is we go to Google. We can simply access the platform by looking at the name or typing the name itself. The name is Open Knowledge Maps. And as the name suggests, it's completely open to use. We don't have to sign up, or there's no option to sign in, as we can see. I am pasting the link of this tool also in the chat box in case anybody is trying simultaneously. Pasted the link, we can look it up. Now, when we open it, we are directly brought to this search bar, which we will come to in a minute. And before doing that, I would always suggest to take a minute or so and to read through the way that they are working with Open Knowledge Maps, and especially the organizations that they're partnering up with, because they have added a lot of important papers in terms of what it is going to be helping us do in the next few minutes. And after, they have a very active community page, which we can look at if we want to know more about how excitation is working. So this can be explored at length. primarily, the way that the tool works is very simple. Somebody's mic is on. Can I please request you to mute? Thank you. Yeah. The tool works in a very simple manner. Requesting the participants to please the mic on mute. If you have a question, if we can please unmute, that is fine. Okay. So it allows us to get an idea about subtopics or sub-concepts and what are the works that are being currently done for the said concepts as we look at that in that particular topic in real time. Now, Open Knowledge Maps divides the entire search into two parts. So for those of us who are working with life sciences, it can directly access the PubMed database from here and pull information from there. Whereas for the rest of us who are from, let's say, humanities, social sciences, or other streams, we can switch over to base. When we open Open Knowledge Maps, base is what would be selected by default. And in case if you want to know anything from the life sciences domain, we can go to PubMed. Now we're going to continue working with base. There is a small refine your search option, which we will come back to in a few minutes. But the way it works is very simple. What we do is we simply enter the topic that we are planning to research on in the search bar, and we click on go. Now, in the first step, that's all we have to do. Depending on the speed of the internet and the server side load of Open Knowledge Maps, it will take a few seconds for the result to be generated. And this is what it does. While it generates the result, it pulls the 100 most relevant documents that we have on the topic, and it gives us a map in this format that we are now coming to, which should be visible on the screen. So it creates a map like this. And we can see that the map is a collection of documents which are grouped together thematically according to the various subtopics or subject areas under the primary search query or the set of keywords which I have searched for. And it keeps on updating frequently. Usually every 1 or 2 days they keep on updating it. And we can see that the screen now is divided into two parts. On our left here, we have a visual representation of this entire, they call it knowledge maps. That's why the portal is called Open Knowledge Maps as well. And on the right panel, we have a complete list of all the documents that are coming in this collection. So we'll come back to the right panel in a minute. Let's first just look at the left panel. So on the basis of what I have searched for, currently it is able to identify these sub areas. And suppose this is the topic that I'm planning to look at. What I can do is I can go inside this, and we can see that it is giving us now, or it is now showing us papers or articles which are belonging specifically to this these subtopics. And in that also, there are two categories or two sections of documents. For some of them, there is a symbol here on the top, and for some of them, it is not there.
Puneet sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Till this, I have noted 3-4 points, but it's showing sorry, we could not create a knowledge map.
What was the topic that you have entered now?
I just written up artificial intelligence in accounting.
Just a minute.
Then I changed the topic also. Still, it shows
Just
the same. Yeah.
We'll take it up. Just give me a second. Right. So AI in accounting. Let's see what it does. Usually it doesn't return an error like this, but this is a good way to repeat the step also. So we'll just see what it does. Hopefully it shouldn't return an error. Map. Here is the.
It's in yours, it's showing, but I just
try
okay.
AI in accounting. It should work. Because
I written artificial intelligence in accounting. Will it matters?
Not really. Let's try. I'll have to refresh the page once. Let me see.
Doing with you only. AI and accounting.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you change the pattern, ma'am? PubMed or base?
It's base only. I mean, ma'am, you have kept it PubMed or base when you
Yeah,
search for it?
yeah, I created a base only, all the
Okay,
CP.
okay. I think then it should be coming.
Sir, I am unable to do.
See, I have now entered the
Ah,
same topic that you have
exactly,
entered. It is coming,
exactly. Yes,
right?
I tried once again. Okay.
It is working, right? Yeah. Were you able to get the result this time or no?
Yeah, I written it AI in accounting, it's showing it. But now again, I'm writing it something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
AI in finance.
It will come, ma'am. Sometimes if
Ah,
it returns an
definitely.
error, just refresh it once. It should
Bro.
give us the result, right?
So, what is the difference of doing like getting the information from here?
I am showing that now. I'm
Okay,
coming to
okay,
that part. We are
okay.
going a bit
Sir,
slowly
I am
because
unable to do, sir.
what is the
Means
topic that you're looking
whatever
for?
the topic is, when we are normally doing Google search, we are
Hmm.
getting the informations, and
Hmm.
whatever we want, we are writing out in our own words, like normally what we are doing. But as per you in Google, I have searched Google Scholar, then I have opened Google Scholar, and then I have lost.
Ma'am, I'll come back to that platform at the end now because I have already shown this. We have moved to the next tool for today. Let me come back to that at the end. I'll
O-
again try to show excitation once I finish this part. Okay?
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Continuing forward. So once we have created a map and this is the page where we were, based on the subtopics that we want to look at, we simply navigate to that section. And as I was saying, we get two kinds of list of documents here. One is with this green symbol, which is sort of showing as unlocked, and one is without them. And now we notice that the list on the right has also decreased in its length of number of papers. Now it is only showing us these documents which are available in this section for these three topics, which is archaeological perspective, digital humanities, and conceptual ecology. If I go back to the overview here, we can see that the slider bar has decreased in size and we are now seeing all the papers again. And within that, this distinction is very important to note. This green symbol that we see is an indicator that all the papers or the articles which have this green symbol on the top come under what we call as open access category, and all of them would be shown here also on the right with this tag on the top, and a PDF button would be available under those papers or under those articles. Whereas for the ones where this symbol is not available, so let's try to go find this paper. There's something called consumer creators. Let me see where the paper is. This list. Yeah, so we can see that this is the paper in the diagram also. There's no green symbol here and there is no PDF link here. So for the ones which are in open access, when I click on it under the PDF icon, it will open up a new page like this. I'll repeat this step once again slowly. What I did was I found the exact title that I was looking for. And let's say I wanted to explore it more. And if this symbol is available on the top, I clicked on this PDF button right here. It opens up this new sort of box in front of us where there are two possibilities. The first possibility is it will directly show me a copy of the paper here itself where I can download it. If we'll see that with some other result as we go ahead. If that doesn't work, it will provide us a hyperlink like this where it will take me to the actual website where the paper is located, and on that website I can then simply find the PDF link as to where that paper is available and I can download it from there. I need to find it somewhere. It should be somewhere here on this page. Just a moment. Yeah, there we go. No, this is a print section. 1 second. There should be a PDF hyperlink which allows us to download the paper directly, or if this is an abstract, then it will not show. Just a second. Let me try with another one. Hopefully this one works. Yeah, there we go. So this is another such paper that we're looking at. And this time it has given us a copy of the paper directly, which I can download from here. I think this seems to be a PPT apparently. Okay. I think we should look for a paper itself. That will be a better example. Yeah.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
I can't get it clear, sir.
I'll
Is it
repeat.
possible to teach me once again, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think this is the PDF link right here. Okay, I'm getting all the results which somehow are not showing the PDF. Just a second. Yeah. So this is the second possibility. We have the copy of the paper directly here with us, which we can now download and access from here itself. Now I'll repeat all the steps once more in case we have missed it. What we did was we came to open knowledge maps. I'm repeating the entire process once again. We entered the search topic that we are looking for. We clicked on go. On the basis of that, it has created a map for us. I came to this section of the map and I looked for a paper with the green open access button. And when I clicked on it, it gave me two options. In some instances, it was giving me a paper directly, as we saw, or in some instances, it is giving me a website link from where I can download the paper itself. So I think the one where it was available, maybe this one. Yeah. So these are the two possibilities. With the previous result, we were able to navigate to the homepage of the portal from where the paper can be downloaded, or a paper's copy would be available like this in the box itself, which we can then further download. Let me try to go to another one where we can get more papers. Yeah. So now I can simply download this paper right here from this option. And we downloaded another paper also. So these are the two papers that I can now directly access from here. And the good part about this platform is that all the papers are thematically linked together. So we can see an interlinking between how the papers are connecting all the ideas within this particular set of subtopics. In this instance, or in this example, it is digital publishing and digital tools, and how the trend is going forward from there. And also, let's say I want to know a bit more about this paper. What I can do is I can click on any of these links right here. So in this case, I have clicked on this particular paper. We, like in Google Excitation, we were getting an overview. We get an overview of the entire paper here itself. So even before going to the actual document, I have shown the method to access the PDF first. We can start going through the abstract and then see whether it is useful for my study or not. Even for the papers where the PDF is not available, or let's say it is not in open access category, I can click on that. The overview will definitely come. So we will definitely get an idea as to what the actual paper or article is referring to. So that's the next important part of open knowledge maps. And we can do that for any of these documents that are coming under any collection. In case I want to switch back to any other tab, simply I have to click outside the circle anywhere. It will let me navigate to another circle, and from there I can repeat the process. And in case the PDF button is active, I can click on the PDF button and I can access the paper. As I said earlier, either it will give me a paper here itself directly, or else if not so, it will allow me to navigate to the platform where I can download the paper from. Now, the third important functionality that Open Knowledge Maps has is this part. Suppose after going through the information, I found that this particular, let's go with the first paper only, that this paper is useful for my reference. I can click on this second button that is available right here, and which says Cite As. I can click on Cite As, and currently in its present version, it allows me to get a cited version of this paper. I can save the citation by uh, clicking the copy button from here and simply going to any text editing software that I'm using, like Microsoft Word or any corresponding platform, Google Docs. I can paste it there and I can save it for future reference. Currently, it allows us to navigate between four styles of referencing, which is APA, MLA, Chicago, and ECM. And we can save all of them together simultaneously by clicking on them. But one very important thing to note is before citing this anywhere or before copy pasting this, do please make sure to check the exact output pattern of whether it is following the actual style or not, because it gives that disclaimer right here also that sometimes it can make some minor errors with regards to punctuation marks or anything like that. So if those minor changes are there, we can make them once the reference has been pasted in a Word file, and we can edit it further and we can save that reference according to our requirement. And the third important option which we have available here, which I can do with any of these papers, is this export button, which allows the user to download a bibtext code of the paper itself. Now, bibtext is a file format that we will be coming back to. I'm sure some of us may have used it before, especially if you're using LaTeX in our writing process or editing process as a software. There are other tools. This is basically a file format which allows us to store larger amounts of reference information in reference management platforms like Mendeley, Zotero, or any other platform which supports a bibtext file. We can see that currently there is no way to open this. There are platforms which support this format. We are going to come to them as we go ahead in this FTP. So in this manner, we can download these papers and save them as bibtext files, and they can become a part of our referencing database as we go ahead. So this was the second platform for today, which is Open Knowledge Maps. And if there are any questions on this, we can have them now. Otherwise, I'll go to the next tool for today.
Sir, how to save this, sir? Is it possible to?
Save the paper itself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So for those papers which have a PDF option, you can simply click on it. And as I said, either it will take us to the website where that paper is available, like in this instance, we can download it from there, or else it can open the paper directly also. And we can download from that box itself. Let's say, I think I clicked on another one earlier, which had that option. Let me check. So yeah, these are the two ways. The output will basically differ. One way of output is this, where it will open the paper copy directly here, which I can download from here itself, as I have downloaded here. Second possibility is this, where it takes us to the homepage itself, where if it's in open access, the PDF button would be there, which I have done now, and then I can download it from the website's portal itself. So this is the way to save the paper. Right? All right.
Sir, I have one question. We can also download the file from the Sodh Ganga.
Yeah.
But how open knowledge map is different from that Sodh Ganga?
The Sodh Ganga is primarily for thesis, right? And this is just trying to. So open knowledge maps, basically its primary strength when it comes to documents or articles is its ability to interlink all the papers together which belong to a specific subtopic of the broader area that I'm looking at. So as we navigated the process, we saw that from digital humanities, I was able to transition to these two subtopics. As an example, let's say this is what I'm working on. So all the papers are now available here under the same reference and in the same section. So it saves time in that instance. Secondly, what it also does is it creates this summary for us, which we can very quickly look at and then decide whether the paper is going to be useful for our reference or not. So these are its two important strengths. Yeah. I hope that was useful, Matt. Yeah, any other questions for open knowledge maps? Otherwise, or else we can go ahead.
So open knowledge map, we don't want to log in, no, sir.
No, we don't have to log in. We can directly use it without any logging in.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So the last platform for today. This is not a AI tool strictly directly, but it's a very useful website. Again, especially if you are looking for papers directly, and that too papers which are in open access, which you want to directly access without downloading or without getting any paywall or anything like that. This is the platform. I'm sure some of us may be aware of this. This is not new. It has been around for some time now. It is called paperity.org. I am pasting the link of this portal also. This is also directly accessible. The link should have come. Just a minute. Yeah, now it has come. Now, once we open the link, it's, as we can see, there is no again option to log in anywhere. Why I particularly like this is the way that it allows us to navigate the documents. I'll just show you how. So, for example, I'm going with the same topic. We can click on search, and it will take a few seconds, and directly it will bring us to the results itself. Once it has done all the necessary verification, all of that. And once we are on the results page, that's when we start seeing the strength of the platform. Now, first thing is, we'll come back to this left part in a minute. On the right side, we have the year and date of publication, the name of the journal, and the name of the authors. And if I click on the link of the paper itself, it gives us this short, very short, not sort of intro, but a small snippet from the paper itself. And then just below that, no matter whichever document we select, this paper would be available here, which we can read through here itself, or we can download it if we want by clicking on the save button. This is the entire paper right here. And in this manner, we can navigate all the papers that are available in this list. It generally gives a lot of detailed papers on the basis of the topic or the search query that we enter. Let me go back. Now we come to the main part. Paperity, as I said, is basically aggregating the results together. And therefore, it allows us to navigate papers very easily. Let's say, for example, I just want to look at the papers from the last 5 years, because that's what my target period of literature review is. I simply put 2020 to 25 here, and we notice that any document which is older than 2020 will now not be available in this list that we are seeing. Let's go to the second page. And let's go to the 7th page, for example. Still we are seeing from 2025 only. 24, 25, no results will be returned beyond 2020. So it allows us to directly limit our search according to a set of specific years, right?
So in Google Scholars also we can do
We can do
same
that,
thing.
but I'm just showing all the functions one by one. So this is the first feature. Now, the second feature allows us to specifically filter results according to journals. For example, let's say I go to this journal called Nature Communications. Here now, we can get all the results according to this particular journal only. We see that none of the papers now would be from any other journal apart from this one that I've selected, right? And if I remove this filter, it will go back to its original default setting, where it gives me results according to the entire timeline that it has available within its database. And beyond that, my primary document is still selected. We can see that we are now able to see more papers because the year has changed. And if we go back to the primary original result, the way it looks like. Let's just give it a second, because I want to see the baseline from where it is giving the primary first year of publication itself. So let's just give it a few more seconds to go. Usually it comes very quickly, but sometimes in case the server load is more, it can take some seconds to respond. Okay, I think I can simply open it here only. Yeah, it's from 1867. This is what I wanted to show. So the first year from where it has papers, and we can see now the number of documents have increased here. In a similar manner, we can also filter according to the language in which the paper has been written. And these both lists are very long. If I click on show more, this list of journals which it is showing will increase also. Currently, there are 27 to 48 journals, which will all now be coming one by one. It will only show a set of few results on the top, because otherwise, as we can see, the website becomes slightly heavy to navigate. Yeah, so I think we are now back on the result. We can also publish according to the language in which the paper has been written. Suppose, let's say if I go to German, we can see that the output has changed again. We're now only seeing papers which are written in the German language, or which has some section of German language inside of it. In the similar manner, I can also publish according to country. The most important is this one right here, where we can also filter the results according to the publisher which has published the paper. So if, let's say, I have a very specific publisher with whose papers I want to refer to, that's where this particular option becomes very useful. So for example, if I'm trying to look for Oxford University Press, just a second. Yeah. So suppose I'm trying to look for Oxford University Press as my output. I can click on that and it will show me results just from OUP or journals of OUP itself. And the process to access any of them remains the same. I can click on any of those papers and a copy of that paper will directly come here. No need to navigate to any of the platform for that. So these are the first three platforms. For today, we have just taken a very brief start in the large plethora of tools that we have available, and we'll be moving forward as we go ahead in the upcoming days. We can take up some questions now. So thank you for listening to me patiently and hope it has been a little bit useful. All the questions that we have, we can now take them up. I'll stop sharing my screen. You can post your questions in the chat box. You can also unmute and